Hello there, wherever you are. My name is Paul. I'm also called Nik Nak for various long and complicated reasons, and I'm also the man that usually does Nik Nak's daily teaser. I do a fun daily brain teaser quiz. If you subscribe to my channel, it's Mr. Cuddy at 2977. You'll see those float past every morning. Feel free to have a go because they are hopefully fun. And let's face it, with Corona 19 on, you're probably going to need something to do if you're stuck indoors. At any rate, stuck indoors is kind of the thing. At the moment, I'm out of work, and frankly, the coronavirus is keeping me indoors because there's nothing else to do except sit around indoors and watch TV. So I've been out of work for a while, so I've been watching a lot of TV and films. And just recently, I've been watching Star Trek Picard. I've been watching the first series. I saw episode 1 a couple of days ago, absolutely fell in love with it, and I've just caught up tonight with episode 2. Let me try and give you a potted summary of this particular episode. Episode 2 is called Maps and Legends, and it opens with a brief recap of episode 1, called Remembrance, and then moves to a flashback from 14 years earlier, when the Federation's Utopia Planitia shipbuilding yard was attacked by rebellious androids, synth as they're now calling them. Moving forward to the modern day, and following Daj's death in the first episode, Picard, Patrick Stewart, and his housekeeper Laris, or Ola Brady, visit Daj's flat to see what they can find. They don't find much because the flat has been seemingly scrubbed clean by Daj's attackers. But there's a sole, deeply hidden clue. A series of phone calls from her twin sister Soji on Daj's answering machine. About the only thing they can tell from these calls is that Soji isn't on Earth. We knew that. But Picard and Laris don't, obviously. Soji, Isa Briones, I'm not too sure of the pronunciation there, is working at a wrecked Borg cube known as the Borg artifact by its current owners, the Romulans. This particular one is overseen night and day by Nak, played by Harry Treadaway, and it's a project seemingly designed to find out about as much about Borg technology as possible. The Romulans, after the supernova, are trying to rebuild their empire, understandably. So they're trying to get Borg technology out of this cube, and they're also trying to reclaim Borgs through some quite drastic bits of surgery, mostly to find out how to get the stuff off them. Quite a little gruesome scene, actually. There's quite a few bits of blood and wrenched out eyeballs. Wrenched out bionic eyeballs, actually, which is quite a bit worse. Soji is happily taking part in this because she's finding out stuff about Borgs, about the Borg, and about how they've integrated organisms into their collective. But she doesn't realise that her lover Nak is also the project's director and has one or two other secrets of his own, including his sister, who it turns out is working elsewhere. Back on Earth, Picard has had a lot of discussions with Laris and Zaban, Jamie McShane, both the Romulan refugees from post the supernova. Both work for Picard on his estate, and both are former Tal Shiar, the Romulan secret police. They've both been able to tell the Admiral they believe that Daj's killers are members of what they call the Zat Vash, a secretive Romulan cabal of Tal Shiar agents, opposed to the use of AI and of androids and synthetics, and look like they're going to be targeting Soji next. Picard feels obligated to help because, as far as he can tell, the two are quite intimately related to Lieutenant Commander Data, his old friend and fellow crewmate from the Enterprise days. He wants to help but he's refused a ship from Starfleet. They refuse to let him go off on a mission, however short and however brief and with however inconsequential a ship. Picard thinks there's only one thing for it. Put his own team together, without alerting Starfleet and the likes of a certain Starfleet lieutenant, and go off on his own. Go rogue. Things are going to get messy. At any rate, did I enjoy Maps and Legends? Yes, I did. It's another beautifully put together little episode. I'm thinking at this point that Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard are equally good shows. But Star Trek Picard, I think, benefits for a start, from having Patrick Stewart and a hell of a lot more slightly experienced actors. That's not to say that Discovery's got worse actors. It's just that Picard's cast seem to have a lot more heft. One or two of them have been involved with the show before now, so you're seeing a lot of familiar faces in this and in a few more upcoming episodes as well, from what I can see of what's online. Frankly, this episode is another superb one. It's building the story, it's moving it forward. You're getting to see Peyton List, who I last saw in the US version of The Tomorrow People, doing her very own British accent. Quite good, very RP, but I don't think she's going to be turning into Bricktop anytime real soon now. But it's entertaining to see her range of capabilities. She's probably got a bit of help there from Patrick Stewart, who's the poshest British accent I've ever seen, even though he's from Yorkshire. At any rate, I'm digressing. This is another good, solid episode. It's moved the plot forward, and it's got me intrigued. I want to see what's going to happen. And I want to see what's happening with that Borg ship. We'll have to see what happens in the next episode, episode 3. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Take care now. Have a good Friday.